If you're a travel business owner who is always on the lookout for the next best thing to help streamline your travel business and make having a digital online presence super easy, well, I have all the tips and tricks for you right here in this episode. Hey, I'm Steph, and I'm obsessed with all things travel, marketing, branding, and helping you stand out from the crowd. In just under 2 years, I went from being a home based travel agent with zero clue how to make it work in the digital world to launching an international ranking travel podcast and creating an online course to help travel agents in lead generation. Here's one thing I know for sure: there has never in the history of the world been a better time to create the travel business you've always wanted. All you need is an actionable strategy and someone to show you the way. Picture this: we're going to spend the next hour of our time together at the Swim Up Pool Bar, where over a cocktail, we deep dive into travel-related topics, mixed with a little classroom training. This show is dedicated to encouraging you to step outside of your comfort zone and into your travel business. I'll show you how I did it and how you can too. Hit subscribe now and let's get into it. If you're a travel agent wanting to stand out in the digital world but you struggle with consistency, tech isn't your jam and you have no idea where to start, join my free masterclass where I talk about exactly this. Head to stephaniemyers.academy/masterclass. You're listening to Unplug in Paradise, the podcast. Hello, and welcome back to Unplug in Paradise. My name is Stephanie Myers, travel agent, podcast host, and online course creator, coming to you live from the sunny Gold Coast after receiving the incredible news that we are officially one step closer to a long-winded battle with the Australian government, as they've just confirmed its national cruise ban will end on the 17th of April, 2022. They are paving the way for the international cruise ships to return back to our shores in the near future, and I cannot be more excited, anxious, scared, angry, all of the feels. Even though it's a massive breakthrough for our industry, especially after 2 years of suspension, it does provide so many people, like literally thousands of Australians who depend on cruising for their livelihoods, including us cruise agents. So I'm super excited for my travel agent community as well as my cruise community and my super excited cruise clients who are like me, have been very patient the last 2 years and are absolutely chomping at the bit to get back on board a ship and set sail again. So, a huge, massive shout out to every single person who lobbied with the government and supported the cruise industry during the last 2 years. I thank you for being so resilient and a part of an already incredible workforce in the tourism sector. They have finally heard our war cry. So thank you so much. And I don't know about you, but I have been super emotional about all of this, like all day. And I still am pinching myself as it's kind of doesn't feel real just yet. So I'm sure the overwhelm will pass and it will set in soon and the excitement will soon to set in. But there are a few green lights that we still need to get in order for it to be 100% official. But would love to hear your feedback. Would love to hear your thoughts and how you're vibing with the whole national cruise ban lifting up. So feel free to DM me on Instagram at travel.by.stephanie if you're having the same vibes as me, or if I'm weird, you can let me know that too. So today's episode is a fun one as I take you on a little behind the scenes sneak peek of all the apps, platforms, and necessary things that I use inside of my travel business that helps me streamline, make my life easier, as well as helps grow my digital presence online. And as we travel agents all know too well, is that we have a zillion tabs open at all times. We then have separate logins details for each said tab. And we are pretty much at expert level when it comes to navigating each and every one. But when it comes to online marketing and self promotion, especially when you're an independent travel agent and a small business owner, this generally gets put to the wayside because the number one priority generally is to drum up business, create relationships, list build, make bookings, send people away on their dream getaway, all that stuff. You aren't always thinking about or have the time to be thinking about what you can be doing to set yourself up for digital success or setting yourself aside as the authority in your space. So, I'm going to share with you a few of the apps, platforms, and services I use, which I know, love, and trust, which you may be able to incorporate into your travel business too. So, what are we waiting for? Let's dive in. Before we begin today's episode, would you please join me while we recognise the generations of the local Aboriginal people of the Bundjalung Nation who have lived in and derived their physical and spiritual needs from the forests, rivers, lakes, and streams of this beautiful valley over thousands of years as the traditional owners and custodians of these lands. So, when it comes down to which platforms to use to help build and grow your business online, I can only share from first-hand experiences. So, if you do have any suggestions that you know work really well for you, DM me on Instagram and let me know, as I'd be really interested to see what works best for you and why. But for the purpose of this episode, all of these apps, I should say, I personally use, and some are on a subscription basis, which might be around, $20 per month or something. Or you can get away with a free version, which offers the basics that usually gets you over the line and helps you get started on what you need to work with. There are also ones that cost a lot of money. But with saying this, it's an upfront cost and is normally a very important part of investing in your business. So you will know what I mean later on in this episode. So let's introduce you to my number one favorite app in my travel business. Drum roll, please. Canva Pro. Yeah. I don't think anyone is surprised by that. No way. But as you know, I'm a big lover of Canva Pro, and it has hands down been one of the best investments that I have made in my travel business and is well worth the $17.99 a month subscription. I use Canva Pro to design all of my social media tiles, campaigns, logos, videos, and use it to schedule my Instagram posts as well. My favorite functions in Canva Pro is having access to all of the pro images. So, in the free version, you'll notice that there's a little crown on the images that you can't use, and you normally have to pay like a couple of dollars to have access to those images on the free version. But if you sign up to Canva Pro, if you haven't already, it is a game changer. You get access to all of those pro images free, including included inside of your subscription. And you also get templates that you can use and access to the brand kit. Now, the brand kit is one of the very, hidden but very apparent tools that I do use every single day. It's the place where I load all of my brand colors and fonts for my business. So, anytime that I'm in Canva, it makes creating super easy because the brand kit automatically drops into your creation and you can, it's got all your colors there, or your go-to colors, or your go-to fonts, all in a drop-down box, all in your workspace, ready for you to create your magic. And speaking of magic, I also have the biggest love heart eyes when it comes to the background remover. Can I just give a second for the background remover? Yes, thank you. And if you don't know what I mean, it's when you may have seen those profile photos online where you have people cut out and they're put onto a plain colored background. So it's basically you in a picture and that removes the background. So it just becomes you. It literally takes 2 seconds with the magic background remover, and is such a fun tool to use when creating your brand assets. Canva also has the availability to use on app or on desktop. But the app is only available on a smartphone. So if you log in on the same details that you use on your desktop account with the license for Canva Pro, you can access that exact same account on your smartphone and you have access to all of the designs that you've created on your desktop, which makes it super easy when you're posting, especially if you post a lot of stuff to social media via your phone, or you just want to have a record of what it is that you're posting and download them to the camera roll on your phone. It's really super handy and is really good if you need to create something quickly. My second favorite app is Creative Market. So it's a website which is a one stop shop for everything to do with building your rockstar personal brand. It has a very large selection of different fonts, which are bursting with personality, as well as graphics, logos, templates for social media, as well as web templates and all of that sort of stuff. It's literally such a fun platform to go on. The best thing is, though, that every time you purchase from Creative Market, you are literally supporting artists and creatives from all around the world doing what they love most. So I absolutely love that. And I know I love supporting other entrepreneurs out there doing their thing. Another platform I can't live without is ActiveCampaign. ActiveCampaign is a highly intelligent email software which ultimately serves as your database. It houses all of your contacts as well as having the option to create custom fields. So that means you will have a profile for your email contact and you can add in different things to your contact email profile. So things like seating arrangements, dietary requirements, likes, dislikes, Instagram handles, frequent flyer information, SSR information, passport details, the whole lot. And the best thing is you can customize it to suit your business 100%. Another cool thing with Active Campaign is the ability to create automation funnels. Now, this is something that's new or new-ish to the travel industry and especially to travel agents. This is not something that we normally do, but it is something that we should be doing moving forward in the digital landscape. So, this particular automation funnel works really well when you have a lead generation system inside of your travel business and you need your perfect fit client to follow a particular path into your database. And here's an example. If you have an upcoming cruise event which your clients have opted to attend, you can create a sequence of nurturing emails which gets sent to them at specific times and dates that aligns with your campaign or event. You might do a welcome email to start off with, and then a few days later, you can do a reminder email. And then a few days later after that, you have an email going out letting them know that the event is live and that they are, due to attend. So that is it in a quick glance inside of the automation side of things. It's super handy and it's a lot of upfront work, but over time, when you get your head wrapped around it, it is super easy and it's basically your online marketing all on autopilot. It's amazing. ActiveCampaign has loads of other incredible features as well. ActiveCampaign also has an app which is easy to connect to your account, and you can always check your reporting on who opens your emails and campaigns and newsletters, what they click on, and what content in each email is performing well and getting the most traction on. My next app is called ClickUp. ClickUp is similar to something like Trello and is another project management tool online. But I particularly like this one. It's really user friendly, and I like particularly that you can assign tasks to other members of your team. And if you don't have anyone else in your team, you may have a VA or someone who works outside of your business. You can easily assign jobs to them to do on your behalf, which is totally awesome. The app is accessible on desktop as well as in the app on your smartphone, which is so helpful when you're on the run and you have a zillion things flying through your brain. I know, a million tabs open at all times, right? I swear only a travel agent would really truly understand this. But my next tech hack is going to help with your social media presence. Now, You know, that link in bio thing that everyone refers to in all of their posts, which is mostly evident when you are hanging around on a platform, mostly like Instagram. It's located on the profile and sits below your little bio. Well, instead of just putting in your website link in to drive traffic to your website, for no particular reason other than for your ideal client to learn more about you, it is paramount that you maximize this opportunity as you're only allowed one link. So, what happens if you have several links that you want to drive traffic to? And you definitely don't want to be changing the damn thing every single week to suit what you have going on in your business, do you? No, because that would be such a huge time suck. So I'm going to make this super easy for you. You've probably seen websites, kind of like Link in Bio, Linktree, and Milkshake, who are mostly free platforms of where you can create a really simple and basic social media landing page. Well, I use one and it's called direct.me, which does not have an app, actually, but it totally is accessible by desktop, which I like better because I can actually see what it is that I'm doing. And it's easier when you're customizing it to suit your personal brand and you're not fiddling on your phone for hours. The reason why I love direct.me is that it is 100% customizable and there are so many things that you can add into your landing page. To give you a bit of an idea, you can embed your favorite song from Spotify, embed a YouTube clip, post links to your website and to your lead magnet, create folders, promote your blog, podcast. You can schedule appointments with you and upload your favorite quotes and affirmations. It literally has the works. And the best thing is, it's totally free. So, us travel agents love a good freebie. So, yeah, which is a bloody good bonus if you ask me, has so much to offer. And last but not least, we know how important it is to legitimize our business, right? Especially if you're like me and you're not your traditional travel agent in any sense. I'm talking about getting full blown website terms and conditions, privacy policies, confidentiality agreements, all that boring, scary, overwhelming legal stuff. But thankfully, my friends over at Found Legal have templates, especially for online service businesses just like us, which you can customize to align with your business needs. Not only is it a necessity when running a business, incorporating your travel business is definitely the number one thing you'd want to do, and make sure that you stay 100% legit right from the outset. So, we've done a little bit of a whirlwind in this episode. We have a quick little brain dump of all the important things I use in my biz to help streamline it. And a quick rehash is that I use Canva Pro for all of my graphic design needs. I use Creative Market for all my personal branding, which includes fonts and graphics and templates. I use ActiveCampaign as my email software. I use ClickUp, which is my project management tool, keeps me on track of all the jobs that I need to do inside of my business. I use direct.me as my social media landing page platform, which is totally free, so get on that. And I use my friends over at Found Legal to legitimize my travel business from the get go. If you have any questions about today's episode or want to get a little bit more information on any of the tech hacks that I outlined today, you know where to find me. You can find me on Instagram at travel.by.stephanie, or you can find me on Facebook. So, yeah, hit me up with your questions. If you're wanting to download an online version of today's show notes, you can head over to travelbystephanie.com.au/40 for all the tech hacks you need to streamline your travel business. Also, I would love to invite you to join my free masterclass to steal my 3-part travel agent runway framework and how to stand out in the digital world. If you want to sign up, head over to stephaniemyers.academy/masterclass, and the link will be in the show notes as well. And if you're enjoying the podcast, please consider subscribing to Unplug in Paradise on Apple Podcasts or follow me on Spotify. And if you're feeling super generous, please leave me a 5-star rating and review. Also, a special shout out to Anne Downing from the Let Me Be Free travel blog for tuning into the podcast and loving it so far. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I will see you soon. See ya. Bye.